Very good morning, students. Welcome back to English class. Students, today I am going to continue the same chapter, the same unit. Chapter number 3, Two Stories About Flying. First unit, His First Flight by Liam O. Flaherty. In the last class, I already had explained about the author, central idea of the chapter, summary of the chapter, and the main points which make the story complete. Today I am going to give you the line-wise explanation along with the new words. I want you all to open your book and notebook to note down the meanings of the new words. His first flight. Explanation. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. Seagull means it's a seabird. The young seagull was all alone on his ledge. Ledge means cliff, or we can say a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff. The seagull was all alone on his ledge. What's the reason? We'll study later on. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. Flown means it is the third form of the verb fly. Fly, flew, flown, flying. His two brothers and his sister means his siblings. They already had flown away a day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. This young seagull was afraid, he was fearful to fly with them. So he didn't fly and his siblings had flown away from there. Students, it always happens that there are some individual differences. There are some differences in the qualities of real brothers and sisters. In each and every individual is different from each other. So, the same way, all these seagulls, all the brothers sisters, they have different qualities. This seagull was fearful, whereas others were quite brave. So they flew away and he remained over there all alone. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. This young seagull, he put his efforts to fly. When he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge, brink means edge or the extreme corner. When he ran forward to the edge of the ledge and attempted to flap his wing, attempted means tried, flap means flutter. When he tried to flutter his wings, he became afraid. He was afraid of what? Because he was on the cliff and he saw the sea stretched down miles down, and he was afraid that he might drown in the sea because he was not confident of his wings. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He was on the cliff when he ran forward to the edge of the cliff. When he tried to flutter his wings to fly, he saw the great expanse of sea which spread down below the cliff, and seeing this he was afraid. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. He was sure, certain means sure, that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. So, because he was not confident, he was lack of confidence, so he bent his head and then he ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night, where he spent the night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. Here muster up means gather. Plunge means dive, and desperate means hopeless. Although his siblings, his brothers and his little sister, their wings were much shorter than the wings of this young seagull, yet they ran to the brink, they ran to the edge of the ledge, they fluttered their wings and they flew away because they dared to fly. But this young seagull failed to gather courage, to muster up courage to take the dive which seemed very hopeless to him, very desperate to him. So he could not fly, he remained over there all alone. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But students, always remember that parents always remain concerned and worried for their children. They want to make their children independent in every way. So the same happened with this parent seagull. They wanted this young seagull to fly. They wanted him to make independent. So because this seagull was afraid, he was not able to fly, he was not able to gather courage to fly, he could not dare to fly. So the parent seagull, they opt different tricks. They called him shrilly. Shrilly means in a sharp and unpleasant voice. Upbraiding means scolding. Threatening means warning or intimidating. So the parents, they called him in a sharp and unpleasant voice. They scolded him. They threatened him. How they threatened? They threatened him that he will die of hunger. He remain over there. He will die of hunger on the ledge unless he flew away. They threatened him to let him live there only to die of hunger on the ledge unless he flew away. So, but for the life of him, he could not move. Although the parents, they tried, they opted different methods to make him independent. Still then, to save his life, he could not move. He was afraid and thought that he will die if he flies. So he could not move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. So all this happened 24 hours ago. Now 24 hours have been passed. Since then, nobody, neither the parents nor the siblings, had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. So the day before, what he had seen that his parents flying about with his siblings, and what they were doing, they were giving them training. Perfecting means making perfect, giving training in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves. Skim means to move lightly just above a surface, just above the sea waves. And how to dive for fish. Dive means to jump into water. So the parents seagull were perfecting, giving training to their younger ones, to their children, to the young seagulls, in the art of flight, in the art of skimming, and in the art of diving. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. Apart from this, what he had seen? Apart from this, he also had seen that his elder brother catch his first herring. Herring means fish, and devour it. Devour means eating quickly. Standing on a rock while his parents circled around. Circled around means they were flying around his elder brother, and raising a proud cackle. They were giving a proud cackle. Cackle is a cackling sound, because they were quite happy. Parents seagull were quite happy to see this seagull catching the fish and eating it. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau, midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. And what happened? The whole family, means the parent seagull and the young seagull's brothers and sister, they all had walked above the big plateau. Plateau means a large high area of flatland. And midway down the opposite cliff, they taunted him. Taunting means teasing, passing comments. They taunting him for what? For his cowardice. Cowardice means for his lack of courage. It is the antonym of bravery. So he was quite disappointed. Many factors are there. He was not able to fly. He could not, everyone left him. He was all alone and they were teasing him. And also he had seen that his brothers and sister enjoying diving, enjoying skimming and enjoying eating fish. The sun was now ascending the sky. Ascending means going up, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. Now the sun is going up the sky. It was shining brightly and on the ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. So he was feeling very hurt because he had not eaten anything since the previous evening, previous twilight. And he was disappointed too. He was all alone on the ledge and he thought that no one is worried for him, and he was feeling hungry badly as he had not eaten because no one brought food for him. Now what happens next? Did he try to fly, or he remained on the ledge all alone and die of hunger? Rest we shall study in the next class. Today's assignment is write 10 weak verbs and 5 strong verbs with all 4 forms from the portion taught today. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a good day. Thank you.